Hello everyone. Today in this class, we are going to see about the analysis of variance, how to perform a one-way ANOVA. We'll quickly move on to the video here, how to perform this one-way ANOVA. Before that, you should understand what is called an ANOVA. Here, ANOVA is termed as the analysis of variance developed by Sir Ronald Fisher. See here, collection of methods for comparing multiple means across different groups. Say, for example, we are having three groups. Okay, so group 1 and group 2 and group 3. Suppose we are having three groups here. I want to compare the means of these groups. Then I will use ANOVA here. Then why we use ANOVA here? See, first of all, we use ANOVA to test. What we test here? We are testing statistical differences among, first one, here, means of three or more groups here. Means of three or more groups. Then we are going to find the statistical differences among means of three or more interventions. When we are having interventions also, we can use ANOVA. The last one, means of three or more change scores. We are going to find out if there is any change scores available with us. So we are going to use the ANOVA. Now, in next, what are the types we are going to see here? The first type here we are going to see is called the one-way ANOVA. What is it? Why we are using? The test of equality of three or more population means. We are having population, three populations. We want to find out the population means. We'll be using one-way ANOVA. So here in one-way ANOVA, we'll be having one independent variable and compare three or more levels of one factor. Okay, so only one factor will be available in one-way ANOVA. That you have to keep it in mind. Here, number of observation need not be same in each group. See, for example, group 1 is having 5 values. Group 2 may have 7 values and group 3 may have 8 values. These are all the different things you are having. It may have different group values here. Okay, so the participants having the different value. So what is the next one here? See here, next one what we are going to do is here, the second is called two-way ANOVA. Here, the interaction between factors. See, we'll be having two factors here. Interaction between two factors, influencing variable can be studied here in using two variables. See, for example, factor 1 is there, factor 2 is there. So which factor is influencing these two? We can find out using two-way ANOVA. See, here we'll be having two independent variables here. Anyway, we'll be doing two-way ANOVA in a separate video. So here we'll be comparing effect of multiple levels of two factors here. Number of observation need to be equal. That's what is the criteria you have to maintain here. It is not equal here, need not be equal. Here, it should be equal. Okay. So here also you can have equal, but it need not be. It is not mandatory here. So what we are going to do is one-way ANOVA. What we are doing here? It is a hypothesis test where only one categorical variable or a single factor is considered here. It will compare three or more population, and here F distribution is used to compare the mean. See, whenever we see the table value, we are using F table. So you have to understand this one. This is very important, right? So F distribution, we are using it here. Now, in this one-way ANOVA, we will be having the null hypothesis like this. The population means are equal. Okay, see, for example, H0 I can have it as mu1 equal to mu2 equal to mu3, etc., up to mu n or mu k I can have it. Now, what will be the alternative hypothesis? There will be a difference in at least one mean. See, I can have like this. HA is equal to mu1 may not be equal to mu2. That will be equal to mu3, etc. Any one or all are different means. That's what we are going to compare here in this one-way ANOVA. So we can have an example here, so you will understand here. Let us suppose that there is a group of people suffering from fever. I have taken a very simple example here. So group of people who are suffering. So I'm using three types of medicines here. Okay, I'm using three different medicines. Okay, so medicine A, medicine B, and medicine C. I will take some values. I'll compare the means. I'm finding out which is better. Is there any difference between these means of this particular drugs or not, we are going to see. Okay, so they are given 3 different medicines that have the same functionality. Okay, so they wanted to cure the headache or whatever it is, a fever, etc., etc. So I'm taking it as an example here. Now, to understand the effectiveness of each medicine and choose among the best of them, we can use ANOVA. This is how we'll be using ANOVA in pharmaceutical industry here. Okay, so I just wanted to give one example related to pharmacy. So that's why I've given. So now imagine we have taken 3 groups here and we are doing one example to understand the methodology, how ANOVA is being performed here. Okay, now what are the steps we are going to follow in ANOVA here? First, calculate all the means. Okay, so now group A is given, group B is given, group C is given. I'm going to find out the means. Then I will state the null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, and alpha. Alpha is nothing but level of significance here. Now, calculate the sum of squares. These are all the steps we are going to discuss here. We are going to calculate the sum of squares, okay, within. So that I'll call it as SSC, and we are going to find out SSE also. Okay, both the things we are going to calculate. Okay, within between groups, now we are going to calculate the degrees of freedom. Then mean square within and between groups we are going to calculate. That is called MSC and MSE. Okay, these are all the things we are going to calculate here. Then the last step is calculate F statistics. Then I'll call it as F calculated value. So once it is calculated, I will call it as F calculated value. For your understanding, I'm telling. Now, once everything is found out, find a critical value from F table and state the conclusion. These are all the 7 steps you have to follow in calculating the ANOVA. Now, see, once the calculated value is there, so we are going to tabulate in a tabular column format so that it is easy for us to just write it. So first I'm going to calculate this value. This is called sum of squares. Sum of square is denoted by SS. Degrees of freedom is denoted by DF. Mean squares is given by MS here. Now, SSC means I'm going to find out sum of squares between. Okay, now I'm going to find out sum of squares within. That is SSE. So I just wanted to give this notations. Total will be calculated. This you can omit it. It's not necessary, these 2 things. Only these columns are there, right? Now, once this is calculated, this is the first value, this is the second value, you divide it. So I'll get MSC, SSC divided by DFC. Now, this value is divided by this value, I will get it at MSE. Here, you have to note down whenever C is given number of groups. When 3 groups are there, C will be 3 for you. Then N is the total number of observations. Okay, total, how many values are given in all the 3 groups, that I'm taking it as N. Then I'm calculating these things. So at the last step, I'm going to substitute F is equal to MSC divided by MSE. This I'll call it as F calculated value. So this is what is the ANOVA table. Anyway, we are going to calculate first this one. This I'm calculating first. This I'm calculating second. This I'll calculate third. This I'll calculate fourth. This I'll calculate fifth. And last, sixth, I'm calculating this. This is what we are going to do in the next slides. Okay, this is ANOVA table. If a question comes, explain ANOVA table, we are going to draw this and we are going to explain this. Now, I just taken a simple example here. I have not given it as pharmaceutical example. I take this as a previous example, just like that. So I am taking it to compare the means of 3 given groups. I'm going to find it out here. Now, this is what is given here. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, first step, I'm going to state the hypothesis here. Okay, so null hypothesis is there is no difference between means. In symbolically, I'm going to write mu1 equal to mu2 is equal to mu3. Why I'm stopping up to this is only 3 values, 3 groups are given. Now I'm going to frame the alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis says at least one of the mean is different. So I am not doing it as symbolically. If you want to write symbolically, mu1 not equal to mu2 not equal to mu3, you can keep it, nothing wrong in that. But any one, so at least one, so you just symbolically don't write this. Then I'm going to take the value of alpha here. Alpha is equal to 0.05 is, I am taking the alpha value as 0.05. This is nothing but 5% level of significance. So once this is done, we are going to calculate for SSC, SSE and MSC and MSE. So how to proceed? So we'll see, first of all, we have to calculate mean for each group. 3 groups are given. Here we are going to calculate mean for each group here. For clarity, I have given 3 things in 3 color so that you can remember here. So now, so first group, this is group 1, this is group 2, and this is group 3. You can have it as x1, x2, x3, or if you want, you can have it your own way of g1, g2, g3 also. I have taken it for clarity x1, x2, x3. Now I'm going to write the numbers which were given in the example here. Note down, I have given 3 colors here. Blue color gives the group 1, white color gives you the group 2, red color gives you x3. Okay, so for clarity we can understand. Now we are going to calculate the mean. So in order to calculate the mean, I have to find out the total for the first column. I have totaled it. Total for the second column, I have totaled it. Total for the third column, I have totaled it. Then I'm going to find out mean for that, right? So mean of the first group is 50 divided by, there are how many values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm dividing it by 5. So I'm getting 10 as the answer now. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate for the x2 here. The mean is 8. The mean for the third is similarly 60 by 5. 60 by 5. So after calculating, I am going to calculate something called a grand mean. Okay, so mean of mean. So there are 2 ways of doing it. Okay, now total all these values. Okay, divided by 15. Okay. That is the grand mean. Otherwise, what you can do is grand mean is denoted by x bar the whole bar. So what I'm going to do is, what is the x bar of the first one? 10. What is the x bar of second one is 8. What's the x bar of third one is 12 divided by 3. This is the shortcut to remember. So either you can divide all the values, you can add and divide by 15, or each one, everything I've calculated already separately, add all these 3 divided by 3, that will give you the grand mean. So I have calculated the grand mean. So what is this? 10 is coming from here. Okay, so now 8 is coming from here and 12 is coming from here, divided by 3, because 3 values are there. 1, 2, 3. So I'm getting it as 10. 10 as my grand mean. So once grand mean and mean is calculated, we are going to find out the sum of squares between SSC. So we have got a formula for this. No need to remember the formula. Just you can have the steps alone. Okay, so formula will be a little confusing. So we will be using the methods alone. Okay, what is the first method? See, we have done it, all these values we have calculated already. The mean also we have calculated. Mean I have given here. Okay, this is what is the previously we have calculated. Now how to calculate the sum of squares? I'm going to give the steps here. See, find the difference between each group mean and the grand mean for all the values. This is what is important. You have to remember this, all the values is important. See, for example, I'm taking for 8 here. So what I'm going to do it, I'm taking the group here. I'm doing it for the 8 number. Okay, now what is the group mean? Group mean is 10. What is the grand mean? 10. I'm subtracting it. Okay, this is the difference. Okay, for this, I'm finding out 10 minus 10. Same thing is coming. So for this 7 also group mean is 10, grand mean is 10. Okay, now for 14 also, this group mean is 10. Okay, then grand mean is 10. So for 11 also, group mean is 10 and grand mean is 10. Okay, now this 5 numbers are same. So it is easy. I'll do 5 into this only one value. I can write 10 minus 10. Okay, and finished off. Similarly, when I do it for this 7, what I'll get? So when I do it for 7, what is the group mean? It is 8 minus 10 the whole square. 8 is the group mean, grand mean is 10 whole square. For this 5, 8 minus 10 the whole square. For this 10 also, 8 minus 10 whole square. Then for this 9 also, 8 minus 10 the whole square. For this 9 also, 8 minus 10 the whole square. So I can write 5 into 8 minus 10. And when I want to square it, okay, now find out the difference here. Okay, so now similarly, we are doing it for the third one. So then I'm going to square the value, right? So square each deviation here. Okay, so now then add them together. So how to do this here? Now for this first group, I'm writing 5 into that. Why I'm writing 5 numbers? So 5 into 10 minus 10. This is the group mean. This is the grand mean. Similarly, for this second group, 7, 5, 10. 9, 9. What I'm doing? 5, because 5 numbers are there. What is the group mean? Group mean is 8, 8. Then grand mean is 10. Similarly, for the third one, what I'm doing is 12, 9, 13, 12, 14. So I'm writing 5. 5 numbers are there. Then this one is 12. 12 is the group mean and 10 is the grand mean. So once I calculate, so 10 minus 10, 0. So now here I'll be getting 2 square. So 20. Here also 2 square, 4. 4 into 5, which will give you 20. So SSC will be 40. Okay. So why I'm putting this 5? So for this also, for 8, 10, 7, 14, 11, my group mean is 10. Okay. Grand mean is also 10. Group mean 10, grand mean 10. For this, all these 5 numbers, what is my group mean? 8, grand mean 2. For all it is equal, so it is 5. Similarly, for this also, 12 minus 10. So that's what you have to remember first. Then we'll be moving on to the calculate sum of squares. So how to do this here? First of all, I'll write the first value here. You see, now x1 is nothing but 8 here. I'm writing 8 minus, see this x1 bar. So that's what the step is given here. Now find the difference between each data point. So what's the data point here? 8. And it's column mean. So column mean, I'm going to show it here. Okay, column mean is 10. So 8 minus 10, the whole square. So 2 square, so it is 4. Similarly, this I'll calculate it as for this data point, 10 minus 10, the whole square, right? Here it is 7 minus 10. For each data point is subtracted with the column mean. That's what you have to remember. So when I say it is 8 minus 10, 8 minus 10, the whole square. So 2 square is 4. Then 10 minus 10, so it's 0. 7 minus 10, which gives you 3. 3 square is 9 here. 14 minus 10, which gives you 4. 4 square is 16. 11 minus 10, which gives you 1. 1 square is 1. Similarly, I'm doing it for the next group here. Okay, so I'm just wanted to total it, right? Then I'm doing it for 7. So it is 7 minus 8 here. 7 minus 8 here. 5 minus 8 here. 10 minus 10 here. 9 minus 10 here. 9 minus 10 here. Everything is squared. Okay, so everything is squared. Everything is squared here. So we'll get the answer here. Now, once it is done here, so 7 minus 10, 1 square is 1, 5 minus 8 is 3, 3 square is 9, 10 minus 8 is 2 square, so 4, 9 minus 10, 1 square, 1, 9 minus 10, 1 square is 1. I'm going to total it here. Okay, then I'm writing for x square, the same procedure we are going to follow. Okay, so 9, so 13 minus 12, 1, 12, here 14, 14, right? 2 square is 14. Now, once it is completed, I'm going to add them together. So I'm going to add all these values here. Okay, so 30, 16, 14, I'm going to add it. 30, 16, 14, it comes around 60 here. Okay, so both the things are calculated. Now, degrees of freedom between I'm going to calculate. So what is degrees of freedom between? It's given in the formula as C minus 1. C is nothing but how many columns? There are 3 columns, 3 minus 1, I'm getting 2. Similarly, I'm calculating degrees of freedom within. Okay, so now say I've got 3 groups. X1, I have got 5 values. X2, I have got 5 values. X3, I have got 5 values. Add everything, so I'll get 15 value. 15 values is taken as n here. Okay, now n is 15. C is already, we calculate already how many groups are there? 3 groups. So it is 15 minus 3, that's equal to 12. So now these are all the values I'm going to substitute for MSE here. Now calculate mean square between, that is called the MSE, right? Now calculate mean squares between, that is called MSE here. So how to calculate? MSE is nothing but SSC. We have calculated already. Then DFC. That is 40 by 2, that gives you 20. Then I'm going to calculate the mean squares within, that is MSE is equal to SSC divided by DFE. So it is 60 by 12. Now it is 5. So now, once these things are calculated, you can write down inside the tabular column, and then you can use the F statistics if you want. So F statistics is MSE divided by MSE. So now it is calculated as 20 divided by 5. So I have got 4. Now I will take this as F calculated value as usual. So this is calculated value. Then I'm going to take a F table. Okay, F table will be having here two things will be given. Degrees of freedom in the numerator, degrees of freedom in the denominator will be given. We are going to find out the value under 0.05 where my critical value comes around F table 2, 12 degrees of freedom. Okay, 2 will be in the numerator, 12 will be in the denominator if you see. So we'll be doing a separate video how to find out the values from the tables, T tables, F tables and all. So the critical value from F table is given as 2, 12. That is F critical is given as 3.88. Here I'm going to compare them. How to compare it here? F calculated value, it is 4. And F critical value is 3.88. So F calculated value is greater for us. So when F calculated value is greater than F critical, what I'm going to do is the null hypothesis is rejected at 5% level of significance. Then what is the inference I'm going to have? We conclude with 95% of confidence that there is a difference between means of the three groups. Okay, so this is how we will calculate your ANOVA here. If you have any doubt, you can put it in the comment box. Thank you very much for visiting our channel. If you like this video, kindly share this and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good day.